Hi, in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at how you can type out commands in your text editor and then have them executed in the terminal. Now this is something I've actually wanted to do for quite a while, but I was thinking about it the wrong way. What I have here is my terminal, which is Alacrity, and my text editor that is Emacs. What I can actually do is start typing a command in the terminal, execute a keyboard shortcut, have the command actually appear in the text editor, finish typing it, and then have it executed in the terminal. So I'll show you what I mean. So if I just start typing ls-l, and what I'm going to do here is press Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E, and what this will do is this will actually open the command in Emacs, allow me to complete it. I can then save and close the Emacs buffer and the command will be executed in the terminal. So Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E, waiting for Emacs. You'll see the command appears here. And what I can now do is use the power of Emacs and the completions that are built into it to actually execute the command. So I can type tilde git, and what you can do is with Emacs you have something called the D abbreviations. So I can type C, press Alt / and it will complete. Okay, I've saved that, and as you can see what it's done is it's saved this to a file called temp.zsh, series of numbers.zsh. And then what I'm going to do is close the buffer with Ctrl-x K, and now what you will see is it's actually executed the command in the terminal. So you don't actually have to be, in the middle of typing a command either. So what you can actually do is just, without typing anything, you can run Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E, waiting for Emacs. And I can then type whatever command I want, echo hello world as an example, save it, close the buffer, and you can see there it's actually running the command. Now this is particularly useful for long commands where you're piping things through multiple commands, things like sed or awk, or you're using something that has multiple lines, and it can be a bit of a pain to actually edit those in the terminal, whereas it's actually much easier to do this in your text editor. And this technique actually works with any text editor that you set up, and I'll go through the steps of how you get this enabled and how you can use it. So what I'll do is I'll just move this to the second screen. Okay, put that back up there and switch that back to non-tiling mode. So let's have a look at the two bits, zshenv. Okay, so I'm using the zsh shell, and apparently this actually works out of the box with the bash shell without needing to do the extra configuration that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you how I do this with Emacs and the zsh shell. So the first part is what we have down here is setting Emacs as our editor. So what we have here is we're exporting two variables, editor and visual. So let me just zoom that in for you. So we've got export alternative editor, then we've got export editor, Emacs client, RA Emacs, and then export visual, which is Emacs R CA Emacs. And I actually forget offhand what the flags are. So that's the first part, is actually setting up your editor. And in the zshrc, if I come down to the bottom, I'll show you the code. Okay, So this is how we edit and auto-execute command line in an external editor. So what we have here is we're auto-loading the edit command line. So auto-load -U-Z edit command line. And then what we're doing is we're registering the edit command line as a zle widget so that it can actually be bound to a keyboard shortcut. So we have zle-N edit command line. And then what we're doing here is we're defining a wrapper function to open both the editor and execute the line on the codes. Because what happened was when I originally set this up, this was actually working, but I had to press enter in the terminal, which is no good. So what we have here is edit and execute command function, and we have zle edit command line, and then zle accept line. So this basically executes the command and sort of simulates pressing enter. And then what we're doing is we're registering the wrapper function as a new zle widget. So zle-N edit and execute command, and that corresponds to the name of the function up here. And what we've got here is the bind key. So this is the keyboard shortcut that we're actually executing in the terminal. So you could choose a different keyboard shortcut if you want, but this is just the sort of standard one that will, as I say, work out of the box with bash apparently. So that's what I've chosen. So what we have here is bind key, and this is the -E. So that corresponds to Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E. And what that does is that runs edit and execute command. And then what we have here is two commands. The first one is for VI insert mode. So if I just switch across to the terminal again, if you have a look at my terminal, what you'll see is to the left of my prompt, I have an I, and that corresponds to insert mode, where you can type stuff. If I press escape, what you'll see is it's actually turned to normal mode. So echo test, then press escape. I'm in normal mode, so I can move back and forth. Switch back to normal mode by pressing I. So what that does is that allows you to execute this command whether you're in normal or insert mode. And that's basically it. That's the setup we have. So that what we can do, as I said, is move this back to here, and let me just switch that back and remember the keyboard shortcut. Yeah, swap that back over. So the way I was thinking about it is I was thinking, oh, it'd be nice to be able to type out command in Emacs and then send it to the terminal. But what you actually need to do is you have to do it the other way around. You're in the terminal, you execute the keyboard shortcut, and it uses the editor variable that you have set for your shell. It opens your text editor. You can then type the command, save and close the buffer, and it will be executed in the terminal. So I said this is particularly useful. So I suppose I did something like WSL, and what I wanted to do was count the number of files in a directory by piping them into WC. So I can type Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E. You see, waiting for Emacs. The command now appears in Emacs, and I can type this, use the auto-completion, WC-L, save the file, close the buffer, and you can see it's now executed that command in the terminal. So this is really useful for when you've actually got long commands where you're piping stuff in, or you've got an awk command split across multiple lines, and it's a bit tricky to actually go through and edit those in the terminal. It's a lot easier to use your text editor and be able to navigate through the command, save it, and then execute it in the terminal after you've completed it. As I said, dead simple. Only 2 bits of setup for the zsh shell. We have the zshenv, where we're exporting the editor and the visual editor here. And then in our zshrc file, we have this code here that does the job and basically allows us to type out the command in Emacs, and then once we've finished and we've closed the buffer, it's automatically executed in the terminal. And as I said, you don't actually have to be, you don't have to start the command in the terminal. You can just run Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E. It opens up here. I can then type, whatever. Emacs is very cool. Save it. As you can see, it's saved to a temporary file here. Close the buffer, and the command is then transferred back to the terminal and executed. So this is a really great time saver, especially for multi-line commands. So if I come into something like, I'll find something with awk. Let me just just trying to find a multi-line command with awk. So this is a sort of, command that extracts text in between brackets, in this case, HTTP. It can be a bit of a pain to move back and forth amongst in the terminal to go through and, fix brackets or spaces, that kind of thing, whereas it's much easier to do this in the terminal. Let me see if I can find a, yeah, something like this. Okay. So this is a better example. So suppose you actually want to type out a command like this in the terminal, and you've made a mistake on one of these lines. Actually having to go back through the multi-lines in the terminal can be a bit of a pain. So it's just much easier to use your text editor. And as I said, this technique will work with any text editor that you've set up using the editor command, or the editor variable, as it were. It doesn't have to be Emacs, could be Vim, could be Nano, VS Code or whatever. It should work on basically anything. I said that this technique does work out of the box with Bash apparently, so you don't have to set up the zsh command here. You just need to set your editor. But this is something I've wanted to do for a while, and this allows you to do it. So really handy. Let me just close that again. So I was thinking that what you'd do is you'd start typing the command in Emacs, and then somehow get it to go into the terminal, via a socket or something. But that doesn't work. But all you have to do, I said, if I just switch these back over, if I can remember the keyboard shortcut. Yeah, there we go. So you can either be typing a command out, like this, and then Ctrl-x, Ctrl-E, and I can then start typing W, and in Emacs I've got D abbreviation set up, so I just press Alt and / and it will autocomplete for me. Ctrl-x K, and as you can see there, it's now executed the command. So that's just a little quick tip, something that's really useful and saves navigating in the terminal and allows you to use your text editor, in my case Emacs, with evil mode enabled, so you can easily navigate through the commands, change stuff. Once you're done, kill the buffer and it'll be executed in the terminal. So that's all for now. I'll put the links under the video and hope that helps out.